So I was walking by, I'm not joking. Can you see? There's Derral. If you know Derral Eves, he's like right over there. Bombard.
Yeah.
Is he still on the ball?
Yeah, he's getting up. He's walking.
Derral. My name's Brandi. I know you probably may like it, so I just thought I wanted to come over here and say hey.
Yeah.
Because you're
Where are you from?
like an icon. Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, Atlanta. I love Atlanta.
You probably get my accent.
Yeah.
Everybody,
South, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to say hey.
And so are you still blogging and all that other stuff?
The thing right now is I'm trying to, I guess, find direction. Like, I want to meet creators, and I know they say network. This is my first time coming here. I kind of missed it last year. And so I've just been connecting with people online mostly.
Here, at the end of the day, it all comes back down to whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like for me, like I do content creation, of course, very sporadically at times, but it's like I do that, and then I own 5 other businesses, and you know, there's a lot going on.
Do you blog about your different businesses?
Never do. Yeah, I never do. Like for me, there's people that like to create and they can create right on the fly. I like to create, but I like to create with a budget. Right. You know, so like when we do commercials, I mean, we're doing like $500,000, $2 million productions. It's like we're just, I was just off a phone call. We're doing a full TV series, 13 episodes, you know, and we're over 15 million for that. So that's the stuff that gets me really excited.
So
you know?
what if, like, I have this passion, and I've tried to kind of play it into my channel, and then like life happens. So it's kind of like my stuff just kind of revolved around social media because I was honestly kind of trapped in the house physically where I couldn't go out and do stuff. So I have RV, and I love to RV. And I really want to make like an RV channel. Well, I don't know that it would fit.
Kind of go out and about in the RV.
Right. And so I was thinking, I don't know if that's something, would you do a separate channel for that?
I probably would. The only reason why is because this is where a lot of creators, even creators that are so-called experts, lose sight. It's like you have a niche,
right,
and you got to stick with it. And as you change and you modify, you lose an audience,
right,
and so you won't get as much engagement or whatever. So that's kind of interesting there. I would have to look at your content to see if it would make sense, and maybe you can still deliver the same type of content, but yet you're living in an RV. But it's more like the storyline is really important. So we've helped, like since we started, we've helped 19 channels start from nothing to get over 1 million subscribers, across 32 billion video views. And so one thing that I found in helping these channels succeed, it's like when they truly understand what they want to do and they don't deviate from it. And so it's like they know what their core mission is, they understand the value that they're bringing, they understand how to tell a story, they know how to engage a viewer and build a community, you know, and that's where it's at. And then once they do it, they don't deviate. It's just like wash, rinse, and repeat. But they're having fun because that's what they love to do. They're passionate about it.
When you started out, were you vlogging about everything, or just do you
like me personally?
focus on YouTube?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Well, how I started out was I've been on YouTube since 2005. Okay, so been through it. But for me, when I personally went on, I got sick of answering questions from my clients.
Over and over and over.
Over and saying the same things. I'm like, hey, why don't I just do a video? And if I'm going to do this is a great case study that I can show you. You can grow, whatever. So my goal was 10,000 subscribers, 1 million views the first year. In 3 months I got that. It was just like, and I just, I only, to this day, spend maybe 20 minutes a week producing content, and I'm able to do it. Now, in 2018, it's a little bit different because now I'm like stepping up my game. I'm actually going to practice what I preach, content out 3 times a week and things like that. A little bit longer form, more engaging, and I've seen the numbers go up on that too. So
if you started a channel from scratch, 2 of the things that I've figured out: one, you either kind of go for search rankings, or I know people do different things. You either have search ranking that people go for, or I know you have a long.
I don't know anyone that goes for search rankings that ever succeeds.
Long term.
succeeds. I mean, if their end result is, hey, we want them to watch this video and then go off of YouTube and buy something or grab this, then it's great. Because search ranking is it's informational. No, it's literally informational based. Like, how do you do this? Well, that's informational based. They're never going to connect with you on an emotional level. They might be sucked in a little bit, but they're not going to do it. What you need to have a good understanding is the suggestions. Like, if you can get into that where you're being suggested because number one, you have some indicators that YouTube's saying, hey, this is good content and this is the ideal type of person that would watch it, then you're actually you're gonna have higher view rates, you're gonna have longer view durations, you're gonna have more subscribers, and then it starts to snowball where it just kind of compounds until you have your massive growth. So let me just give you an example. Two creators reached out to me in December, says, hey, we're doing this. And I'm like, okay, that's great. I can't tell you how many people will contact me. I was in Poland. Their dad flew from Germany to Poland just to meet me, to tell them to talk to their sons that moved to India. So I went on, saw a video that they're doing. I'm like, this is great. They have the potential. They have the personality. They have the engagement, so on and so forth. Doing a couple things wrong, but nothing too major. And so I reached out to them, and this is in December, mind you. They're at 30,000 subscribers and right around 30 million views right now, just off of just a couple videos.
So
and they haven't even got going yet.
Consulting, or do you do are you coaching, or are you creating, helping them create the video and the content?
I do create video content, but like I said, my content is more the hero type videos,
right.
And so it's just more giving them some tips of what they can do to improve and so on and so forth. So right now I'm mentoring them. So then another set of brothers last year, at this time they had, a couple hundred subscribers, and they're at 2.1 million. And it's just, they understand their audience, they understand how to engage the audience, they know how to get the audience to react. And then they just stick to the same things that they know will work, and it's not about search. It's never been about search. It's about discoverability through YouTube promoting you. So if you can get YouTube to promote you, then you win. Like, that's, at the end of the day, YouTube wins and you win because they're finding the audience for you, and you're creating content that resonates with the audience that would be appealing to keep people on YouTube. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, my thing right now is I kept toying around with either making one really good quality video every week and pushing it really hard, or doing like 3 videos a week, making one like really good one, and the other one's just making sure that I hit 3 times a week, that I'm answering questions that people are asking me and whatnot.
It like for your social media stuff, that's fine. Your RV one, daily. Like, it's a daily experience. So, I mean, you just got to look at it. We own a couple of channels. We have 17 channels that we personally own. Of the 17, we're doing about 26 uploads a day of the 17 channels. So, like, some are multiple. Like, we have one channel that we do three videos a day, every day.
And do you have people that go through and help, like, to rank the video, or do your viewers pretty much help rank it?
Like, when you say rank it, like,
all the little tricks that you're supposed
we have our optimization guideline, and we understand our audience really, really well, and we understand the community. So, like, you ask the question, what would you do? Well, what I tell everyone to do is, like, you have to be a student of YouTube first, and not just watch people that give you information about YouTube. You have to watch people that you really like their content, and you got to realize, how do they actually bring me in to watch every day? And you have to engage with it. There's a lot of people that have YouTube channels that don't watch more than 10 minutes or 3 minutes of YouTube every day. And I'm like, that's your first mistake. Like, if you want to be successful at this, you got to be a student. And yeah, you can be entertained, but you want to start dissecting how they're doing things. And so what I do is I have my students or my clients or my partners identify 20 channels, that 10 that's related to their topic that they're trying to do and the audience that they're going for. And then another 10 that it's just basically for inspiration of, you like this editing style, or you like the way that they engage. Not necessarily the content, but it's something that can be adopted and brought over to it. And then that way you have a good pulse of what's going on. And then it's all about really getting into that suggestion. And I'm here to tell you that, you can over-optimize things and you won't be ever found.
That's what I've been trying to practice on, doing less.
And you can prime it for search, and you won't engage, and so it's kind of a tough tough thing is you have to figure out where to go with it. So, like the RV channel, I definitely do. Like, I know it's kind of a weird millennial dream because I'm not a millennial.
We have a ball in RV.
I know, but I'm like saying it's just like this weird dream. It's like I have someone that works for me, and she's like, oh, by the way, I need 6 months off. I'm like, okay, you know, what do you do? We bought a van. We're gonna go just live in the van. I'm like, okay.
It's pretty
It's like,
fun.
no, it's just like kind of going around. No. It's like totally against like for me, I'm just a workaholic, I guess. But
well,
it's like,
they're coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
We have solar panels. We have power. We have everything we need.
Hey, I'm not complaining here. But no, that's kind of where it's at, and I think a lot of people have huge aspirations. But the reality is do you have the personality to really pull in an audience and engage an audience?
Do you have the personality? My thing is I need to be more, like this thing for me is more of, like I started blogging to heal.
Yeah.
So it kind of...
And a lot of vloggers start there.
But I never really put myself into it like I really wanted to. I was always like kind of scared, and so I've gotten a lot, like I'm really comfortable on camera.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, I feel like I'm waiting on that thing, that moment, that last piece, and I have the momentum. I mean, people talk to me, they ask me questions, they email me, and I just feel like, I don't know, when you say, oh, I'm a social media marketer, it's like, okay, well, am I a social media marketer for RVing? Am I a social media marketer for, I don't know, health and nature? Like, I don't know if I need to...
So look, there's certain people that you need to find value, right? Whether you're educating them, you're inspiring them, or you're entertaining them, and maybe mixing it, up a little bit. But at the end of the day, informational-based channels will only go so far, unless you're in specific niches. Like if you're in informational thing in movies or in games, you have a higher probability of growth because people want that type of information more in the masses of what YouTube viewers really are. But social media marketing advice, like seriously, I don't ever see that really getting, huge homes. It can be very beneficial, be very profitable, but I don't know where your goals are at. If it's just to grow a following from there, but taking a step back and saying, okay, what's the value that we can actually bring into it? How do we actually bring value into the viewer? Is it the information that we're sharing? How relevant is it? And can you make it fun? That's great. And you'll do it. You'll get some of your regulars, but most people will view it as, hey, I want to find out how to do this. Okay, I got it. Now moving on. At the end of the day, it's about the audience, and there's not that big of an audience for that. Just because the people that she's talking to, like, let me explain the difference. So, I have a conference that I put on every year. It's called the Bid Summit, and it's just an outright amazing thing. We had 136 channels that had over 1 million, and then we had another 80 that had over 500,000 that just sat in the audience learning from the people that were on stage. But the thing for me is you can get an expert up there like myself or somebody else, right, talking about strategies that work now, whatever. But who I really care about is the viewer. And that is understanding the viewer is where success comes from. And so understanding that avatar, there's not that many people that are like, oh, I want to learn about marketing on social media, There's just not. Now there's more and more people that says, I want to be an influencer, but they don't want to do the hard work that it takes to understand the social media aspect of it. But it's like, for me, I would rather go ask my kids, like, hey, what do you think about social media? Because like, they live on it. They don't need to be taught. They're teaching you of what it is. So your audience is like disjointed because you got the older audience, and they're not the most engaged. Now, if you got the most engaged audience, and they're following your adventures or whatever, then you're gonna see rapid growth because it's innate in them that they already know what to do. They don't need to be told what to do. They're already engaging with you on a micro level that no Gen X, older millennials would do because it's just like, it's been their whole life. They've been on YouTube literally their whole life. And that's how they've been entertained, and they know how it works. And so a lot of these creators that come on that have been, just in the recent, they were literally born after YouTube started. They're like, oh, well, this makes sense because they've grown up on it. They understand understand the nuances and stuff like that. So that's what I'm talking about, is that's the rest of the world, like the viewer's perspective on it. And so, you know, there's only a certain segmented market, and I would know this specifically because that's like my channel is that same way, you know. I had 490,000 subscribers, but the reality is, it's just like people come and get the information. I get a lot of views per month, but it's not, you know, they're not engaging with me on the
Do you
level.
feel like they reach out to you off of YouTube a lot?
Oh, I get leads, like.
Do you get a lot of people that reach out to you that never take a next step, just like, hey, what's up, and then you're like, okay.
I seriously get 600 to 1,000 emails a day. Like I can't. Yeah, there's no way. So we have someone that kind of filters through all my emails and then just kind of sends me what's there, and then just kind of goes. You know, we have some automation type stuff, but it's like most people that reach out want just a quick help. You know, because they can't get a hold of YouTube, or they want a specific question done, and so, you know, hey, here's this guy, and they don't realize that I own 5 other businesses, and I don't have necessarily time to answer every email.
So what's the best way to reach out to you if someone like myself wanted to talk to you, or get, obviously I know you do coaching and stuff, but what's the best?
Like for me, well, coaching's kind of weird. I have a Facebook group that's just free that you can come on and contribute. And then I literally do training a lot because I'm passionate about helping others so that they can make a difference in the world. And then I do have the Bid Summit, which is an amazing time. You can check with the community on that for sure. But have that. But we just actually met in person, so you can actually friend me on Facebook because I have a policy that I never accept a friend request until I actually meet them in person. I never do, ever do. Doesn't matter who they are. They can connect with me on LinkedIn if they want to, you know, do that. But that's one way. And then 2, it's just like there will be opportunities. I do have a program. It's called the Ultimate Jumpstart. That's a 12-week, very intense, hands-on. This is what you do. This is what you need to do. Right? But it's very hand-selected. I have a waiting list of a lot, so we only just select 20 channels at a time.
But I appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, absolutely.
All right. So,
Get a picture.
I'll take a picture for you.